Hello fellow Vikings and welcome back to Midgard. So since the last video I've done a little bit of work. I'll come back to that thing over there later, but what I've done around this side, I've got a little bit of a dock coming in. Now what I had done is I downloaded the replay mod. For those of you that don't know what it is, you will actually see it later in this video, hopefully, if it works. But this one didn't work. I tried to record it, and then when it was exporting, it just went kaput. So I can't show you me building this because I've already built it and it didn't record. But I'm quite happy with that. That looks quite good. Now this isn't just going to be left like this. There'll be things added onto it. I'm going to get a fishing hut next to it, but we'll come back to that in a second. The floor, again, like I've done in the little hall in there, I quite like it. I think I'm going to stick with this sort of thing going forwards because I think it looks really good. I couldn't do it across the dock, but I think it actually looks better across the dock not having it, because you know the dock isn't really going to get worn out the same way that the floor in here would. I've got vines and mossy cobblestone along the sides here, along a bit of the wood. That just in my head signifies seaweed, because of course if something's in the sea or near the sea, it will get seaweed on it. So I thought that looked quite good. These lanterns, I forgot how much iron you actually need for them, and I'm running quite low on iron, so I've got quite a few of them used and it's used up a lot of my iron. But we will press on and we can always mine some more. Anyway, for this video, what I want to show you is this little thingy over here. So let's speed up quickly. Woo! Like a dolphin coming out there. So this wall, by the way, I've got my son strapped to my chest. He's 5.5 weeks old. So if you hear any kind of oohs or ahs, then that's not me, I promise. That's my son. Anyway, this wall, I mean, some of you will probably already know what this actually signifies. For those of you that don't, a lot of these materials are, well, all of these materials really are farmable in the sense of AFK kind of farms. So this is the start of a goal for me. What I want to do in this series is actually create farms for each of these items. Now I haven't put them in any particular order, it's just going to be a case of as and when I get round to doing them. And as you can see, I've left quite a few spaces here because things like ender pearls I don't have any of yet, so I can't put it on there to signify I want a farm. End rods, do I mean end rods? No, I mean blaze rods. I don't have any of them to put on there. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I don't actually have yet that I can put on here once I have it, and that will signify that I want to make a farm from it. I've got a lot of turtles. I bred them. Bred and breeded. There's some bread, let's have that. So yeah, what we're going to start with this week is this one. Now I mentioned it last week. I know a lot of you will think it's cheating. I know Mumbo Jumbo hates it. I know a lot of the big YouTubers hate it, but I like it. An AFK fish farm. It gets me a whole lot of good loot really quickly and really well. So I'm gonna do it because that's what I want to do. So I'm going to bring you back over here for the moment because, as I mentioned earlier, this isn't going to stay as it is. There's going to be huts and stuff next to it. And of course, because it's an AFK fish farm, it's kind of going to look quite good as a little fish hut. I'm going to try and come up with a design with which I can make it look like an actual fish hut, but also one that is functional as an AFK fish farm. I don't know if I'll be able to get it directly into the sea or not. We'll kind of, did you hear him? Isn't he cute? We'll just kind of have to cross that bridge as and when. But like I said earlier, for those of you that don't know what the replay mod is, you are About to find out. Personally, I don't think that looks too bad. So as you saw from the replay mod, I didn't really have a plan for this. I just sort of winged it. Is that the right? Winged it, wung it, winged or wanged? I don't know. It was a job in which I winged it. Now I don't think that's too bad. There's a little bit in that roof that just looks a little bit off to me. I'll try and figure out what that is and fix it. But personally, I think it looks alright. It still retained the sort of basic shape here of the dock and the shelter at the dock, and just added this on there. I think it looks really quite good. Now I'm not going to go into how this all works. There's so many tutorials out there for an AFK fish farm that you don't need another one. Just YouTube it. I've also got my little fishing hook there. Now that is fully powered because what I actually did was I built a temporary, hang on, I'll show you, mending, unbreaking 3, lure 3 and that with a C3. There we go, fully powered. So what I actually did was I built a temporary AFK fish farm just sort of about here somewhere, just so that I could get enough to build up that rod. But this is now permanent. This will be staying, and actually there's something we now need to do over in that direction, isn't there? Though I've actually now realised, as I came over to this direction, there's nothing on this board that allows me to sort of pinpoint which ones I've done and which ones I haven't. So I think I've come up with a way around that. But what it does mean is that as well as this farm, I also need to do this one today. So I think we'll just go off and do that now. Here we go. So it's going to be fairly self-explanatory now. I've changed all the backboard to red wool for the farms that I haven't built yet. As you can see, I have now done 2 farms. I have in my hand 2 green bits of wool. So I'm fairly certain you can guess what's about to happen. We put a green one behind the wool, and we put a green one behind the AFK fish farm. Marvellous! So let's quickly grab that, because you never know when we're going to need another one. And we're well... I was going to say we're well on our way. We're not really, are we? We're just, you know, we've made a start. So I think it's now about time to test out this other one. We've clearly got this one working. We've got all of this wool from this wool farm. Sun's going down. I need to sleep. But the AFK fish farm, I think we need to test this one out with that overpowered fishing rod that I've got over there, and we'll see what we can get. Let's do it. Here we go. So I've been AFK... Whoa, I hit you. Sorry about that. That was right in the face. So I've been AFKing overnight, and these are all actually full of things. I mean, you can see from my XP I'm on 66 just overnight. I can kind of understand why people think this is cheating, but in my head, I mean, I know I've now put a mod on it, but when it didn't need a mod, it was just taking advantage of a game function, which is... Surely that's exactly what things like iron farms and villager breeders and all that sort of thing, surely they're just taking advantage of a game mechanic, which is what this was. I think I've just argued myself into realising that I shouldn't have this anymore. Well, I've got it now, so it's going to stay. I've got my son again. That's his noises, not mine. He's getting very fussy. Oh, fussy man. So this is completely full of just goodies and some junk. I mean, no one ever needs this many saddles. I'm never going to use leather boots. So a lot of this stuff I'm just going to chuck in the ocean or in fire or something. But I'm going to put that up there. I'm going to sort through a couple of things in here. And oh dear, I want that. Thank you very much. I'm going to sort through a couple of things in these chests and enchant some diamond gear and see how far we get. And this is now the end result. I took a lot of the books and stuff that I got from the AFK fish farm behind me. I used my, what's it called, anvil in my house. And as you can see by the durability of this pickaxe, I had to go mining again. Because doing all of this, I mean, I'll go through that in a minute, but it destroyed my anvil. So I had to go and make a new one, and I realised I didn't actually have enough iron for that. So, the enchantments I've got, as you saw on this one, you've got Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch. That's my Fortune one. I need to get Unbreaking on that as well, but it's got Mending, and I only use that for the ores, so I might not need Unbreaking, but I'll probably get it anyway. Got fully enchanted diamond shovel with silk touch and mending. Fairly good sword there. That's a pretty good one. Looting is the most important thing on that sword, I think. Really powered bow. That generally takes 1 hit kill for all mobs. Sometimes it will take 2. I'm not really sure why, but generally it's 1 hit. And then we've got a fairly good axe as well. I haven't, as you can see, got diamond gear yet in terms of armour. I think that's probably going to be my next job, and to be honest, I'm going to go mining again now, basically until this pick breaks, because it's getting close anyway. Hopefully I'll get some more diamonds, and by the next episode I will be all kitted out in diamond armour as well. But this peninsula, little village, whatever you'd like to call it, is really coming together now, and I'm getting to a stage where I think I'm getting ready to face the Ender Dragon, I think, but I still have no Ender Pearls, so I need to find some Enderman first. But I'll do all of that, and then I'll come back to you in the next episode. See you later.